Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you enter the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
What you just heard was a tense and revealing exchange between Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and former ICE Director Thomas Homan. An exchange that says more about the left's refusal to grapple with the facts than it does about the policies they're so eager to vilify.
You know, Mr. Chair, I was looking, how did we get to this point? How did we get to this point where we take children out of mothers' and fathers' arms? And, it dated back, family separation, the way that we have seen it, where we take children away from their parents without due process, began last year under Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen, but I had to dig further. And our staff dug further. But where did this start within the administration? She implemented it. And we found a memo. It dates back to April 23rd of 2018, where there was an official recommendation to, quote, pursue prosecution of all amenable adults who cross our border, quote, illegally, even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice, including those presenting with a family unit between ports of entry in coordination with DOJ. Here is the memo that I would like to submit to the congressional record. And so I looked at this memo, and it seems like this is the source of it. And it seems as though, Mr. Homan, that you are the author. It says here from yourself, Kevin Michalinen, and Francis Cisna. Is this correct? Did you sign the memo?
I'd have to see what you...
I'd be happy to provide it. And we'll provide it over, but I would like to note that here it says the official recommendation. There were 3 different options presented. The third included the option for family separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy?
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo?
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you enter the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. Mr. Chair, the memo is submitted to the record for review.
This exchange between AOC and Thomas Homan wasn't just about immigration policy. It was about 2 fundamentally different visions of America. On one side, you have the progressive vision, a vision where laws are optional, where emotion overrides fact, and where anyone who enforces immigration law is labeled cruel, racist, or worse. On the other side, the side Homan stood on, is the belief that a sovereign nation has both the right and the duty to control its borders, that laws matter, that compassion and security aren't mutually exclusive, and that true justice means treating all people equally under the law. whether you're a citizen in New York or a migrant at the Rio Grande. But here's the truth. No country in the world allows people to break its immigration laws without consequence. Mexico doesn't. Canada doesn't. Even the European Union has strict asylum procedures and deportation protocols. The only people pretending otherwise are the ones who think America should have no borders at all. What Thomas Homan represented in that hearing was simple backbone, the kind of moral clarity and courage that's been sorely lacking in Washington for years. He didn't back down when AOC pressed him. He didn't apologize for enforcing the law. And he didn't let the emotional manipulation overshadow the facts. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Because the truth deserves to be louder than the narrative. Stay informed, stay bold, and as always, stand for the rule of law.